What attracted you to Bateman?
The acquisition of Bateman is a very, very important step, but of a journey. The journey was a decision to develop the business of Tenova into the mining industry. 50% of our revenues are still coming from the business of supplying high technological equipment for the steel industry. Some years ago, we thought that it was probably a good idea to add to our portfolio another industry. We started with the acquisition of Takraf, which is one of the key, actually developed a lot since we bought them. Is one of the key players in the early part of the value chain, open pit, digging, let me say, crushing and handling, very, very high capacity. Extremely, the upper end of the capacity of the equipment. Very, very huge pieces of equipment. Then we thought that that was a good step. Actually, it was a very successful acquisition, but then we thought that we were good, but only in a portion of the value chain. We needed to become more overall player, okay, one-stop kind of supplier, and so we needed to add additional product to our portfolio, additional technologies, in addition to Takraf and the Pyromet, which is in the pyrometallurgy part of the business. And well, we did a little bit of research and studies and this and that, and Bateman came up one of the obvious best opportunities, and then we started discussing with the shareholder, and it's been a kind of long negotiation, let me say. It's been pretty long negotiation, but then we ended up successfully. And the majority of the future minerals, I mean, sit in Africa, underground, somewhere in Africa. So Africa is evidently a place where we want to be, and we didn't have we had Pyromet, but other than Pyromet, we didn't have any presence in Africa. So obviously, Africa is an important market for our business. Even if I think that in the short term is not the biggest market. So in the short term, obviously Africa is a market, but it's not the biggest market. Right now, the biggest market is Australia on one side and South America on the other side, and we are very strong in those two areas of the world. So right in the short medium term, we will use all the capabilities of Bateman together with capabilities of our existing entities, mostly to develop in those areas where there is a lot of investment. Chile is investing copper. Copper is now the most, can I say, sought after because it's all copper is driven by infrastructure, like houses. New houses need a lot of copper, for example, but many other reasons. So it's a very stable, again, it's a very stable commodity with a lot of investment. And Chile is the first country worldwide. Nobody knows why, but a lot of copper is underground in Chile, in the north of Chile. A lot of investment. They were very successful there. So on one side, Australia, for example, on the other side, Brazil, for that matter. So we will, probably the first target is to use all the technology which is in this company to expand into further expand into those markets, but in parallel to that, more looking probably more in the longer term, this continent.
What value can you add to Bateman?
Takraf is right now one of the best recognized brand name in Chile. We are already cooperating with Bateman to expand the Bateman business in Chile. We are adding a market presence which is wider than the market presence that Bateman itself has right now. The business model that we are going to set up, which is a blending of equipment supply on one side and engineering services on the other side, is going to be rather unique.
And where is your biggest mining activity? Where is the biggest project in which you're involved?
The biggest, right now, now as we speak, the biggest project is a big project in the north of Chile. Is the biggest project copper. Copper now is the commodity of that everybody's talking about.
And is Codelco developing that? Or
No, this is not. Well, we have also a couple of projects in Codelco, but this is a different customer. The name is Antucoya. Antu comes from Antofagasta, which is the most important city in the north of Chile. We have two big projects for which we have already been awarded a letter of intent, and we are working to make them become a complete contract. That's a big opportunity.
And what is that contract for? What are you going to do there?
We will be, actually this is, when we decided to invest in Bateman, we had a dream, and the dream was to be, as I said before, one-stop shop serving a customer, for example, a copper, a mining company, from A to Z. This is exactly what is happening. So what we thought was a dream for, I don't know, many years along the road after the acquisition of Bateman is already happening.
And Tenova is not going to be separately listed or anything like that?
Well, we thought about that let me say, before the financial crisis of 2008. We were getting close to make the decision of listing it, that obviously with the financial crisis didn't make any sense. Frankly speaking, right now we are so much involved in growing the business that going public would be more of an headache. Now we have to grow the business. Now we have this opportunity, other opportunities which we are looking for, so we are very busy in doing this. But anyway, and this is true for all the listed company or the Tekin Group, the majority of the stocks are owned by a family. So this is rather incredible for a group of this size. Controlling shares are all listed, not listed. The controlling shares are all in the hands of the family. The Tekin Group is a fully international. We have Tenova, which is a small part of the overall Tekin Group. We are with Bateman. We will be 4,500 people spread all over the world. I think we are going to have operations in more than 30 countries.
And what does Tenova turn over a year, and what do you think Bateman will add to that?
Yeah, currently, our fiscal year goes from July 1st to end of June. So for the fiscal year we are in now, we are projecting in the range. Before the acquisition of Bateman, we are projecting right now, more recent forecast, we are in the order of magnitude of $1.5 billion, and we are going to add 500 million. Not only there will be changes in the Bateman organization, but most importantly, there are already, in preparation of this acquisition, we have changed the organization of Tenova. Tenova has prepared itself, changing the structure of the company in order to be able to absorb, because Bateman is big. It's a big entity compared to the size of Tenova. So we have already changed the organization of Tenova to be able to absorb and integrate in the proper way this new big entity.